Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to go through the achievement Blade of the Primus, which is the Maldraxxus main story achievement. Hopefully this video will be helpful and enjoyable. If it is, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alright, so for the first step of this, we have to have gone through the achievement for Bastion, a path to Ascension, and basically at the end of that we unlock the gateway. So to start this up, we're going to talk to the Flight Master and tell him we're ready to go to Maldraxxus. Alright, so once we land, we're going to run in here and we're going to talk to him. We're going to get the quest to die by the sword. Basically, the next few quests are going to be pure chaos. We're going to come out into this arena, and for the first part, we're just going to defeat 30 combatants. So we'll make our way in and try to see what we can do. As you're going through and fighting them, you will get different clickable abilities, which is pretty helpful. Alright, once you've gotten your 30, head over to him. The fighting won't stop, so there's no point in continuing. And now you will get the mission to kill 10 elite combatants. Basically, they're going to be the large guys. If you have as Azeroth autopilot, you'll be able to tell with the skulls here on the side. And same thing, once you get 10 of those, go back up here to the stairs, collect the next quest, which is going to have you kill 2 champions. So the first one is over here, which I've got to wait for him to respawn now, and the other one is over here. So we'll go ahead and kill both of those. Alright, and after you defeat both of them, we make our way back up to the stairs. We're going to turn this quest in. We'll go through a little bit of a video thing, pick up the next quest, and now we've got to take on this guy right here. From what I remember, he's not too bad. He just has a lot of HP. So we'll go ahead and attack and see how this goes. Alright, after you defeat him, you go through a little video, be brought back to the arena, and then Draka comes and picks you up. So now we'll go on a ride with her. Alright, after a moment, you'll be shot down. Then we talk to Draka. We pick up the 2 quests from her, and then we're going to come down here and pick up this quest. So we're going to pick up these weapons here, and we need to click here. Of course my thing's bugged, so I'm going to click it in my bag, and that will arm the skeleton. Then we need to come through and kill these guys, avoiding this bone tornado. Alright, for the next part we need to come to these 3 circles, and we're going to click on these gravestone like things. The second one being here, and the first 2 are pretty easy to see. The third one's where it gets kind of crazy. And the third one being over here, and it's kind of hard to see, but you got to click this little gravestone here. Once you have all 3 of those, we'll turn them all into Draka, and then we're going to get the quest to kill Malefus. He's a pretty big dude, usually fairly easy to spot. So there he is. So we need to go ahead and kill him. Alright, after you defeat him, you're going to turn that into Draka, and she's going to give you the quest House of the Chosen. You gotta enter the House of the Chosen, which is up here. So we're going to look for this kind of, I don't know that it's a bridge or a bone. Basically look for it, and then we're gonna make our way up and over to the next quest area. Okay, once we get to the quest area, we'll need to speak with Draka, who has definitely been covered up every time that I try. But, so go there, speak to her, turn in the quest, and get report to Baron Yervis, in which case we're going to head this way. It will loop around and into that building. Alright, once we get there, we're going to talk to him. Then we will wait a minute to turn in the quest. There he goes. And then we get the quest, Maintaining Orders and the Hills Have Eyes. The Hills Have Eyes is kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, you have a hound with you, and he will run off to these guys. You talk to him, and then you kill him. If you noticed, he had a green basically name when nothing else does, so you actually don't need the dog. It's just kind of helpful. But see, for example, the dog hasn't run there, but I know that's a guy. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to talk to him. And there you go. Alright, so the next part of this is the maintaining order. We basically got to go to his champions, I guess, and turn those in. So the first one is located here. The second one is going to be down here. We'll just talk to her. And then we'll head for the third one over here. Okay, after we've done all that, we're going to make our way back to Baron Veers. He's going to give us the quest to return back to Draka. So we'll make our way there. Once we're back at Draka, we'll go ahead and talk to her. And then we're going to go this way for the standing stone. And we're going to run and jump in the lava. You should be able to survive so long as you don't dilly-dally. Then we're going to go ahead and click on the stone, and we'll go through a little bit of story. Right, after a little bit of story, we're going to click on this knife here. We're going to take it, and then we're going to click on this portal to bring us back to the other side. Don't end up like that guy in the lava going all the way over, because that would be bad. Poor guy. At least he's surviving, but still. Right, and then we're going to talk to Draka. We'll wait a second here. Okay, then we'll be able to pick up the next quest from her. For that, we're going to go down this way. And we're going to loop all the way around to here. Alright, once we make it here, we're going to talk to the Bonesmith. She's going to basically ignore us. We're going to click this button right here. And she's going to go, oh, shiny, and give us all of her attention. And then we'll listen to some story. Right after a moment, she'll walk over here, and we can turn in the quest and get the next quests. So what we're going to do is we're going to head out here. We're going to turn to the left and follow through to this quest indicator. What we're looking for over here are these red things. These red glowing things, and basically we gotta kill these guys that pop out of them. For them, the reason we're killing them is we need the loot. So we'll continue running around, clicking more of those. And as you see, they come up as little gold indicators up on your mini-map. So they're pretty easy to find. The empowering bones, we need to make our way here. And we've got to fight this guy. He can be a little tough. I mean, not too horribly, but definitely not the easiest. But from him, we're going to loot the empowered bones. Okay, once we have all of that stuff, we're going to make our way back to the forge and talk to the bladesmith. Very rude. We're then going to talk to her, and then we've got to protect her as she forges the weapon. Alright, once you've defended, then we're going to come here and click on the glowing rune blade, and you're going to shout out, "I have the power!" Okay, you don't really have to do that, but you should, because it's fun. Once we go through that little cinematic, then we'll come over here and we will talk to her. Then we're going to pick up the next quest, the Path to Glory, in which case we need to return to Draka. Alright, once back to Draka, go ahead and turn the quest into her, and we get the quest Meet the Margrave, which we're going to go up here. We're going to click on this portal here. Okay, then we'll go to Margrave Crexus and click on him, turn in the quest, and then we'll wait a moment. After a moment, we'll be able to pick up the next quest from him, which is Fly with Draga to the seat of Primus. So we just click on her and fly away. Alright, so after you land, you'll want to make your way to this rune on the ground and click on the icon. You'll get a little video, or I have the power, and then we're going to look for Draka, and I guess we have to wait for a minute of RP, but then we'll turn in the quest to her. Pick whichever you want. Pick up the next quest from her. And now we have a couple different directions to go. So first we're going to head over to, I think, House of the Plagues. So we'll head that way. Alright, and once we've made it here, we're going to turn in the quest to him and pick up his quests. So what we need to do is come down here, and we're going to look for a couple things. We need these right here. You're just going to click on them and then walk away. And the other thing that we're going to need is to kill these pests so that we can loot their sacks. Their bloated venom sacks. Alright, and once you have all that completed, we're going to make our way back up here. We're going to turn in those two quests and then pick up the quest Slime Anyone, in which case we need to click on this cauldron right here. We need to click on these spices, I guess. And then the next thing we need to click on, having a hard time remembering because, yeah. Okay, yeah, the next thing we need to click on is this jar of venom here. Once all that's done, we click on the pot again. And then after that's done, we turn in the quest. Okay, so now we've picked up two quests there, and we'll pick up a third quest right here. And then we're going to head down this way. Alright, so down here we want to kill these plague doused remnants. They are going to drop the pages of the book. You'll probably have to kill quite a few. The thing about that quest is it updates every time you get a page, and you continue killing these until you get all 3 pages. The other thing we need to do is click on these oozes. Our little ooze is going to run in there, and then after a minute he'll come out. We need to click the top of our ooze to collect the lab equipment. So my apologies. It looks like it's actually 4 pages, as you can see here. Okay, and for the next quest, we need to make our way over here. I'm going to try to avoid as much of this as I can. And we got to come to Corum the Cunning and defeat him. Okay, and once we have all that done, he will change locations. We need to make our way over here and turn in the quests to him here. Okay, and then we get the quest by any other name. So what we're going to do from here is run over this way and across this river into that cave. Once inside the cave, we need to locate this blossoming dead shade, which is just right inside, and defeat it to loot the corpse. Alright, and once we've looted the corpse, instead of going back here where the guy was, we have to go further down over to this ledge here to turn it in. And after you turn that in, you'll want to run over to each side here and click on these containers. Once you've done that, you're going to come over here and form the potion. Okay, after a little bit of RP, we'll then click on this stone up here and then go into a video. We'll come over here, turn in the quest. Alright, next up we're going to make our way up here to do a common peril. We're going to have to wait a moment for RP once we arrive. Then we can, after a moment anyway, we should be able to talk to her. And then after a little bit of story, we can turn in the quest. And then we'll pick up 2 quests from her, which are going to have us come down this way. Alright, once we make it here, we want to locate these and click on them. So there's 3 of them. Luckily he wants to kill that, so I can just move on. The next one is going to be over here, right there. And the third one will be located on the opposite side over here. After we collect all 3 of those, we need to make our way up here. And we're going to fight this guy. The thing is, we're going to capture him using this spiderweb net, but we can't do so until he's lower health. So there we go. Now that he's about 35%, 40%, we should be able to do that. And then the quest is going to update as we go through. And now we need to kill 6 of these morbid disciples. Alright, and after we've completed that, we need to make our way out and back over here. Once we've made it, we're going to turn in the quests to her. Then she'll have us click on these 3 glowy areas to place the crystals. After placing all 3, then you'll want to go to her and say, I'm ready to begin the ritual. And then we'll wait for some RP. One thing to mention is if he doesn't show up and they start talking, abandon the quest and restart it, because sometimes it can bug out. Okay, and after a moment of story, we'll go ahead and click on her, turn in the quest, and pick up her quests. We also want to come over here and pick up the quest from her. And then we're going to head out over here. But before we head out, we're going to click on these crystals once more, like so. Alright, and once we've made it over here, we need to defeat Zeli. We're going to loot him. We can also use his corpse to help us with the next quest. So once we kill him, we have this icon right here that we're going to absorb his energy with, or anima. Okay, so we'll loot him for his item. We'll then click on him again and click this crystal. The other quest we need to do is loot these urns right here. And then we'll continue forward. There's 3 main people that we need to slay and loot them for, which are located on the map as you see here. And then any other kind of cultist or what have you, you can use this crystal on their corpse. Alright, and once we have all of that completed, we want to make our way over to here for the next quest turn in. And we'll go ahead and turn in the quest here. And with the Baron, or Baroness. And now we need to place the 3 crystals. So we need to go here, click on this one. Then work our way over to this one. And then the third one being over there. Once we've placed all 3 crystals, we want to come over to this and do the clicky clicky. And then we'll come over here, turn it into the Baroness, like so. Now we're going to get to trigger the ritual, which we need to come and click on this once more. We'll go through a little bit of story and then we'll be able to fight this guy. We need to defeat him, obviously. Alright, once he's defeated, we need to come click on this. That'll be a little bit more video stuff. Then we're gonna go through a little bit of story. After the story is done, we'll be able to turn in the quest to her. Okay, and now we're going to make our way down here. Alright, and once we make it to this area, we're gonna look for Baron Yervaz. Going to click on him and get the quest here. Then we're going to get the quest from Secutor. We're going to make our way over here. What we need to do here is kill these vanguards. We've got to slay 12 of them basically. We also need to rally these guys. So go up to them and then press the horn. We also need to make our way up here to this caravan. Gonna come to this side of it and place the bomb. We'll go through a little bit of story while all of this goes through, and then it will blow up basically. After it blows up, you'll be prompted to move on to the next one. Once at the next one, we do the same thing, just place the bomb here. And then after it blows up, we'll be prompted to go over there. Alright, and once we've completed all that, we need to make our way over to here on the map and turn in these quests to the Secutor. And then we're gonna get the next quest, in which case we need to go over here. Once we're over here, we're gonna hit up General Alvar and of course defeat him. Alright, once he's downed, we're gonna make our way back over here and turn in the quest here. We'll wait for a little bit of RP. After a moment of RP, we'll come to the Baron here, get the quests. He's going to have us meet down here. Alright, once we've made it down here, we're going to click on the Secutor and do a little bit of video, and then we're kind of trapped grimly, we need to then uncover ourselves from all these corpses. So we just keep right clicking here. After you do all that, we can then talk to Aspirant Thales. He's going to give us the quest Archon Save Us. For that, we're going to come in here. We need to kill these flesh wardens to loot the keys. Here we then need to make our way to these cages and click on them. This one is a little bit different because it's not actually a cage, but you just click on this orb to free them. Once you've released all 4 prisoners, then talk to him again and then pick up the quest to slay a couple creatures. For this we have to go outside of this little jail area to over here. Alright, so once we make our way down here, we need to fight this guy. And then from here, we've got 2 more people, or I don't know if they're people, but 2 more things to assassinate. So after we slay him, we're going to make our way to the next one, which is going to be inside of this building here. Okay, we'll assassinate this doctor. Then after defeating the doctor, we're going to make our way to the 3rd target, which is going to be right here. So we'll go ahead and slay her. Alright, so after we complete killing those 3, we're going to make our way over here. We're going to talk to the Secutor again. And then we're also going to pick up the quest from Thales. So for this, what we're going to need to do is a couple things. We need to pick up this bed. And then we need to defeat 15 enemies around here. The reason we picked up the bed is we need to click on these angels, or whatever you want to call them, because they will basically put them on the bed and take them to safety, although following me isn't very safe. We also need to come down here, but we need to be wary of that guy. And you're going to click this, like so, and put it over these vestigial animates, and that's going to pull them out. We have to kill 20 of these guys. Alright, once you have all 3 of that completed, we want to make our way back here. And we will see these guys with this portal, or barricade. So we're going to turn it in with the Secutor, walk over to him, that'll complete that quest, and then we turn it in. We will then pick up this quest. We need to talk to him, then talk to the robot, and we're going to make our way through. We need to turn off these sewer valves. And she has very little health, so you definitely want to avoid taking any damage that you can. So we're going to walk around like so. Then we're going to come to these valves. Click on them. We're going to turn around and click on this. Okay, then we'll be teleported back essentially. We're going to turn in this quest. And we need to... I don't know why he's still skulled. We need to come over here and defeat these 2. Alright, after we defeat those 2, we need to make our way up here and click on the Abomination. And they'll go through a little bit of story. Once this indicator comes up, we can turn in the quest here. And then we're going to click on the construct again. For this, fairly straightforward. 1 is your damage, 2 is like a AoE in front of you, and 3 is your heal. So we're going to come out here and we basically need to kill as much as we can to fill up this bar. It will stun these bigger ones, which is helpful. So we'll continue through. The other thing that we need to do is make our way towards the center and fight that guy. Using this husk, it's actually fairly easy. So we'll come over here, do our little Holy Nova. I don't know why it doesn't let me click him. There we go. So now we can see. I heal myself a bit and continue just attacking. The Purifying Spew seems to do the most damage to him, so definitely use that every time it's on cooldown. Other than that, we'll just kill him and then slay the other creatures until we get that bar to 100. Alright, once we get that to 100, we need to make our way over here. So we're going to follow this way and then go down this path. I'll go ahead and fight these two. Okay, and so once you make it to the end of the path, it should do this quickly and he'll start running. I have seen a bug where it doesn't do that, and then it tells you that you're going to be ejected because the mount shouldn't be where it's at. If that happens, unfortunately, abandon the quest and redo this last step. Hopefully, though, it doesn't bug out for you. Then once we arrive here, we'll click on that stone as you see, and then we will turn in the quest to the aspirant and pick up the quest from the Secutor. Right from there, we want to make our way back to the seat. We're going to come over here and click this, and that should complete all 3 quests that you had. From there, once I can move again, we'll talk to Draka, turn those in, and now it wants us to return to the House of the Chosen over here. Okay, and after we arrive, we'll notice that just about everyone's dead. So we're gonna continue our way over here. And yeah, look at all that death and destruction. So from here, we're going to wait a minute for story. Alright, so after a moment of story, we can then talk to the Baron, turn in that quest. And now we're going to head to Oribos. If you have your Hearthstone set there, use it. Otherwise, go to a Flight Master and head over that way. Okay, once you arrive in Oribos, we need to click on the portal up here. If you took the Flight Master, if you didn't, then you're already on this level. And then we need to head over here to the Enclave, where we're going to turn in our quest here, like so. And then we need to go back up to the top level. And then once we've made it up here, we are going to jump in this pillar of light. Alright, once we land in the mall, our quest is going to be updated. We need to charge the amulet of the horseman. To do that, we basically just have to kill things until it reaches 100%. Alright, once you've killed everything you need to fill up that bar, your quest will change to find Darien Morgraine. So we're going to make our way over here. In which case, I actually need to go around to make it over there. Alright, so you'll make it here to this cave entrance, and then we need to come in here and turn in the quest. Then we'll pick up the next quest, find the brand and claim the key. For that, we're going to make our way over here. And to get up to him, you want to come over to this side, and you'll see this set of stairs. Just follow that up. Right, and then once here, we need to locate Belthroom the Brand. We will fight him and then loot his corpse for the key. Once we have the key, we're going to make our way back to that cave. I like to just kind of jump down here. And then it's a quick shot to the cave. Once we are here, we'll go ahead and click on this cage, which will free him. Then we wait for a little bit of story, and we'll be able to turn in the quest out here. Okay, after some story, you'll actually end up following her around until we can turn in the quest. When she's done talking, we'll turn in this quest, and then we get the quest Orb of Teleportation. So we're going to click on this, and it's going to zoom us away over here. Then we will wait for a moment until we can turn it in again. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn that in. Now we need to follow her, kind of like the original wall scenario with Jaina, where we're stealthed up. However, I have seen that this can be quite buggy, and even though everybody else is stealthed, your character may not be. So still try to avoid any enemy you can. Alright, after a moment of following her, we're led here, and we can turn in the quest here, and then we'll click on Alexandros. We'll wait for a moment for a little bit of killing. Basically just clear the area. Alright, after a moment, we will have this character come down. We'll need to go ahead and fight it. From what I remember, it's a pretty straightforward fight. Just a lot of health, so it takes a little while. After that's slain, we'll come back over here and talk to Darian, turn in that quest, and then we're going to use this portal here, which brings us back to this refuge. We're gonna walk over here, wait for her to finish her whole spiel, and we'll turn in the quest, and then we're gonna make our way up here. Right, once we get to the quest indicator, we're gonna go ahead and click on this, let that run through, and then we'll click on the gate. Once back in Oribos, we need to make our way back to the Enclave. Then we're going to go ahead and click on Bolvar and turn in that quest. We'll wait for a little bit of RP. After the RP, we'll talk to Baroness, and then she wants us to go back to Maldraxxus. So we're going to go up to the teleporter and then to the Flight Master. For some reason, at least for me, the quest indicator is pretty jacked up as to where we're supposed to go. But you want to go to the Flight Master here, and then I like to go directly to the Spearhead, or you can just click on him and say I need to return to Maldraxxus. Either way. Alright, once back in Maldraxxus, we'll want to make our way to the House of the Chosen entrance. We're going to speak to Alexandros, and then we'll go through a little bit of RP, and then we need to click this icon here. Baron will come through, and again we'll do a little bit of RP. Alright, after a moment he will then become fightable, selectable, so we're just going to fight him. It'll probably be a long fight. When these enchanters come out, we need to defeat them, because they'll put this barrier above him that makes it very difficult to do damage to him. After a while, Draco will come pick you up while we leave them there to fight. Okay, she'll drop us off here, then we'll need to talk to Draca, at which point we select whatever weapon we may want. We'll turn in the quest here, and they want us to open the door. We've got to come over this way and click this. We'll get a little bit of video, And then from there, we want to make our way into this building. Follow all the way through. Until we get to the end here, we'll go ahead and click on this. And then, congratulations. You've now earned the achievement, Blade of the Primus, and you're ready to move on. Hopefully, this video has helped you. Hopefully, it was enjoyable. If it was, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching.